back to my channel and welcome to another reading vlog. I'm so happy you're here and I hope you are having a great day. I have read romance books back to back for 2 weeks now, but I'm still not tired of them. I'm not really sure what I want to read this week, so I thought we'd do a mood reading vlog. I just finished reading Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. My thoughts about that book are in my last video, but I have the biggest book hangover right now, so I'm not really sure what I'm in the mood for. I did plan on reading The Tenant by Freida McFadden next, because I haven't read a thriller in a while, and I also have read every other book by Freida McFadden so far, so I also want to read her latest release. But like I said, I'm still not over reading romance, and I'm still really attached to Great Big Beautiful Life. So I'm really not sure what I'm in the mood for right now. I think I'm gonna check my TBR and my books on Kindle Unlimited, and then we're just gonna pick a book. I think I have to start a new book right now to avoid getting into a book slump. It is 7:30 on Tuesday night. I'm gonna make myself some dinner now, decide which book I'm gonna start, and then I'm gonna read for a couple of hours. I have to work all day tomorrow, so I'm not gonna stay up too late, but I'm really excited to just mood read the next couple of days. The Tenant has almost 400 pages, so I don't feel like reading that right now. I do have a book on Kindle Unlimited, Death Row by Freida McFadden. I think this also came out this year. This is part of a short story collection by different authors, and that's the first part in this collection. This is about a woman who is on death row for murdering her husband. She did have an alibi and also not really a motive, but nobody cared about that. She still got arrested for his murder, and then one day in the visiting area she sees a man that she's sure is her husband. So now she's trying to figure out if the man she's convicted of killing is still alive. But like I said, she's on death row. She's really close to her execution. She doesn't have a lot of time left. Freida's books are always hit or miss for me, and in general I'm not the biggest fan of short stories, but I am hopeful that this is gonna take me out of my book hangover from Great Big Beautiful Life and make me excited to read more. And it only has under 80 pages, so I should be able to read this tonight, and then we're gonna see which book I pick up next. Set up so we think that she actually killed her husband, but knowing Freida McFadden, that's not gonna be it. So I don't really have any theories to what could have happened, but I am really intrigued. I'm enjoying this so far. It also switches between the present day and the past, but the chapters about the past are her dreams in the present, if that makes sense. This was really dumb. I'm still gonna rate it 3 stars because I did enjoy most of the story, but the ending? I haven't been enjoying Freida's books too much. I'm not sure if that's because she writes like 10 books a year, and I feel like she doesn't really take her time with her books, but they're still so addicting. I know I just complain about her, but I'm thinking about starting The Tenant. I'm back home from work. I started reading The Tenant last night and I read a lot today, so I already finished this book. A quick interruption, I was just editing this video and I realized I never talked about what The Tenant is about, but the book is about Blake, who just got a new position as the marketing vice president, I think, in his company. But shortly after getting that, he is fired because he allegedly sold data to the competitors. And he is now really struggling to find a new job and having enough money to pay rent. So he and his fiance decide to rent out a room in their house. And then Whitney moves in. She seems really nice and sweet at first, but then some things happen, especially to Blake. He starts to get rashes from his laundry. He's hearing loud noises in the night and can't sleep and stuff like that. And he's now trying to figure out why Whitney's acting the way she is towards him, what he did to her. I'm gonna rate it 3.5 stars. I didn't see the plot twist coming, but I'm usually pretty bad at guessing what's gonna happen, especially in Frida McFadden's books. Frida is really the queen at gaslighting characters. It's insane. I feel like gaslighting in general is a big part of her books, or most of her books. It was really, really insane in this one. But the MMC was really unlikable. He was just a man, like a Chad or Brad type of man. He was engaged and still talked so disgustingly about women. I just didn't like him at all. Aside from everything he did or didn't do, I really didn't like his personality. So that's why I didn't enjoy the book that much, but like always, it was a very, very fast-paced book. I mean, I've read it in the span of probably like 12 hours, so it was still a good time. I have a headache again. It's almost 7 p.m. and I did want to start the 7-Year Slip, but I would need to read it physically since it's not available on Libby and also not on KU. So I looked at my TBR to see if any of those books are available on Libby or KU right now, and that was not my plan, but I'm gonna start Quicksilver. This book is so big and I was intimidated by it for the longest time, but I just got a notification that my Hold on Libby is available. And like I said, I do want to read a book on my Kindle since I don't want to read a physical book with my headache right now. Yeah, this has over 600 pages. I don't know anything about this. I'm gonna go in completely blind. We're gonna see. I am in the mood to read some fantasy. I haven't read a fantasy book in a while since I've been on my romance trip. But if I need to switch things up, I'm still gonna start the 7-Year Slip as well. We're gonna see. But I've been watching some episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. I'm probably gonna watch some more and then start Quicksilver at some point. That there's a pronunciation guide for the characters and the places in the book, because I never know how to pronounce anything. I started reading Quicksilver last night. I'm on page 84 and I'm honestly surprised how much I'm enjoying this. I didn't expect that. I sometimes have a hard time with fantasy books. I'm not sure if that's because English isn't my first language or if I'm not able to comprehend things, but I don't have any problem with this. It's so easy to read and the world is really easy to understand. I think Callie Hart is really good at the whole world building thing. This is set in a really dark and dystopian world. The people in this world are heavily controlled and there's this military force called the Sentinels, and everything is controlled by this immortal queen. The people in this world tell stories about magic and fae, but they're just believed to be stories. Like nobody knows that those fae actually exist. But one day Ceres, who's the FMC in this book, accidentally opens a portal to the fae world. I'm just at the point where she enters this fae world, We already know that she has some powers that she has hidden all of her life. I think her power is to move or control metals. I'm pretty sure that this is a romantasy, but I'm not at that romance part yet. So I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen with that. I'm really enjoying this. It's so fun to read. Like I said, I'm on page 84, which is chapter 7. This is definitely gonna take me a while to read. I'm really excited to continue. I do have to work all day today, but I'm not feeling that great. I've been so tired. I'm not sure if that's because of the weather. It's been so rainy and gloomy the past few days. And I think I just had a few chronic illness flare-ups. It's supposed to get warmer today, so hopefully I'm gonna feel a little better because I've just been so exhausted. It's currently Prime Day week. That doesn't really make sense, but I ordered some things last night. I should really save some money, but I got a bonus and then some vacation money at work the past 2 months. So I thought I'd treat myself because a lot of books were on sale and some of the packages already arrived. So we're gonna do a little haul. I'm not sure which books were supposed to arrive on what day, so it's gonna be a surprise. Okay, so the first book is A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. I read this book in my last video where I only read romance books for a week, but I own the second and third part of the series, so I also wanted to own the first part. So that's kind of boring because I've already read it, but I just wanted to have the complete series at home. Then this is not a book, but I got Skip-Bo. My boyfriend and I have been playing so many board and card games the past few months, and this is my favorite game. I used to play this all of the time with my family, and I wanted to play it again. It was on sale for like €8, so I had to get it. And then there's another book in this package. I also got Reckless by Lorna Roberts. I read Powerless a few weeks or months ago and I really enjoyed it, so I got the second part. I also wanted to get the third part because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to read this whole series, but the third part wasn't on sale, so I'm just going to get it when I finish this one. And then we have one more package. I can't tell you how excited I am for this, but I finally got The Favorites by Lane Fargo. I've only heard good things about this, and a lot of people said that her writing style and the way she tells her story reminds them of Taylor Jenkins Reid, and since that is my favorite author, I have to pick this up. I don't know why I've been wanting to get this for months now, ever since it got hyped on TikTok, but it was always like 20 or 25 euros and I didn't want to spend that much money on one book, and now it was on sale for like 12, so I finally got it and I'm so excited. But that's all that came in the mail today. I'm either gonna do another book haul in this video or in my next, depending on when the other packages arrive. But I'm so excited for everything. We just got an explanation for why there are butterflies on the cover. I love seeing the cover being explained or the title being explained in books. There are different kind of sprites in this world. In the MMC's home, 5 sprites live, and they're a type of lesser fae. They're just these small creatures that are very emotional, and they remind me of house elves from Harry Potter, and especially Dobby so much. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where she took her inspiration from, but they're so cute. I am now on chapter 19, so I'm almost halfway through the book. It is Friday, it's 6:30, and I was in the office all day today and then I got some groceries, but now I'm finally home. And I'm exhausted as always, so I'm just gonna have a chill night and read some more of Quicksilver because I'm really enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep for a while. It's now 7:30, but we're gonna go back to reading now. I may sit in my reading corner for a while just so I'm sure that I'm not gonna fall asleep again. I just made myself an iced cinnamon latte and it's so good. Good morning. I'm on chapter 27. So I'm 67% through the book and I can't stop reading. I'm loving it so much. I'm just kind of confused. That's like the only negative point. Or not really negative. I'm not really annoyed by it or anything like that. Just a little confused because our MMC really seemed to hate our FMC this whole book, and then suddenly he started being nice to her, and that kind of felt sudden to me. I didn't really see a reason to why he changed his mind or why he changed the way he acted, so I was a little confused by that, but I'm loving that development. And we also just learned that the two main characters are able to speak in each other's minds. So kind of like Rhys and Feyre in ACOTAR. So that's really fun. It's almost 11 a.m. on Saturday. I haven't done anything yet other than laying in bed and reading. I'm sorry if it's too loud outside, but I have my windows open because it's supposed to get pretty warm today. So I wanted to get some fresh air in before it gets too hot. But I'm charging my phone right now because I want to film a little apartment reset, and then I would like to film 2 reading videos for Instagram and TikTok today, but we're gonna see. I don't have any plans until this afternoon, so hopefully I'm gonna get a lot of reading and also some filming in. I've been obsessed with strawberry iced green teas. I've been making them every day. Page 535, so I have about 80 pages left. I'm gonna spend my day with my cousin. I'm not sure when she's gonna be here. I think in like 40 minutes, so I'm probably not gonna be able to finish this right now, but I'm gonna read as much as I can. I'm still loving it, and things are happening right now. Spiders so much, especially reading about those huge spiders in books. I always get goosebumps. Oh my god, what the actual fuck? I need the second book immediately. I think it's not gonna come out for months, right? How am I gonna wait until November to read the second part? This was so good. Obviously 5 stars. There's not a single thing I didn't like about this book. This is perfection. I don't really want to tell you anything because I don't want to spoil anything, because you have to read this book if you haven't yet. It's so good. It's so good. I don't even know what to say. I think I need a little break before starting a new book, because what was that? The ending? What the fuck? I went book shopping yesterday and I got one more book, even though I ordered like 10 on Prime Day. But I got My Friends by Fredrik Backman because the paperback isn't available on Amazon somehow. It says that it's not going to be released until February, but obviously that's not the truth. And the hardback is $30. So, and I found it for like 20 euros, so I had to get it. A Man Called Ove by Fredrik Backman is one of my favorite books of all time, so I just had to get it, and I only heard good things about it so far, so I'm really excited. I started reading King of Wrath by Anna Huang. I'm only on page 10. I don't really know what the book is about yet, so I'm going to talk more about that later. I don't know what's happening with my hair, please just ignore that. But I've been home from work for a few hours now. I took a shower and have been laying on my couch since then. But it is 7:30 on Wednesday night, and I read some more of King of Wrath by Anna Huang, and I think I haven't talked about this book at all yet, but I'm loving it. I have read a few books by her, but I don't really remember them. I think I enjoyed them, but like I said, I don't remember anything about them. But this has so many good tropes. This is about Vivian and Dante, who are in an arranged marriage, and Dante is this billionaire CEO, and Vivian's parents have this really successful jewelry company, I guess. But this arrangement, the arranged marriage, is not mutual because Vivian's dad is blackmailing Dante. Vivian doesn't know about that, but since Dante didn't agree to that voluntarily, he really hates Vivian in the beginning because he thinks she's just like her dad and just does everything her parents tell her to. So it's definitely an enemies to lovers and a slow burn, but Dante is slowly becoming a simp, and I'm loving it. He already cares so much about Vivian, even though he doesn't want to, and also doesn't want to admit that to himself. But it's so cute. He's so protective of her, and he's also really jealous. And I think he doesn't even realize that he cares for her. He's really confused by his feelings. One thing I don't get about this book is why Vivian agrees to that marriage. I mean, I do get why her parents want that marriage with Dante, but she just agrees to it. And I do get that she wants to make her parents happy and wants to make them proud or whatever, but why would you agree to marry someone you hate and who hates you? And I mean, she has her own money, she has her own business, she's not bound to her family. Like, if that was the case, it would be something different, but she has her own life. Like, she doesn't need her family in that way. And maybe I'm just really privileged and don't get it, but I don't get it. But other than that, that's also not something I'm really annoyed by. I'm just a little confused to why she would do that. But other than that, I'm loving it so much. I think I just like books about rich people. It's so interesting to me to read about all of those events and of the drama. It's so much fun. I'm almost 50, yeah, I'm exactly 50% into the book. I have about 200 pages left, so I may try to finish it tonight. We're gonna see. I'm having a great time. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a little update. First of all, I hate Vivian's dad. He's one of the worst characters I've ever read about. And I think I'm slowly starting to understand Vivian. I feel like he's really manipulative, and maybe she doesn't even do it to like marry Dante to not disappoint her parents, but more because she feels like she needs to, because she's been so manipulated. Why is that word so hard to say? But pretty much all of her life, or at least since they got rich. So I'm taking back what I said earlier. I think in her mind she just doesn't have another choice. I love when people remember small things you tell them about yourself. I think that's the sweetest thing ever, and that's what Dante does all the time. Vivian told him that she had a favorite dumpling place and it closed a few years ago, and he remembered that, and as like an apology he ordered from 34 different dumpling places for her to find a new favorite. That's such a small gesture, especially for a billionaire, because he doesn't care about how much he has to pay for it, but just that he remembered her telling him that. It's the sweetest thing. I love him so much. I look like a mess and I'm really tired, but I just finished my book and it was so good. I'm not sure on the rating. I don't have anything to complain about, but I don't have that 5-star feeling, just because I'm probably not gonna think about that book again, at least not a lot. So maybe like 4.5 stars. But like I said, it was so good. I'm definitely gonna continue this series. I think there are 4 or 5 books out right now, and I'm so excited to keep reading. But I think I'm gonna end this video off here. I had a lot of fun mood reading, and I definitely missed it because I am a big mood reader. So I had a lot of fun. I hope you also enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!